So I just got back from the theaters after watching Creed 3, and it's nice to see so much care being put into a movie for once, because I am very oversaturated with all the Marvel stuff right now, and not just because it's a old Marvel formula. Now I'd wish they'd go back to that formula, because their current one kind of blows, but that's besides the point. Creed 3 is truly, like, I can say a genuinely good movie. Uh, There's so much, as I said, care and time, blood, sweat, and tears put into this movie. I can tell, you can tell while watching it. It's finally out, first of all. I mean, I thought it was never going to happen because of how long it was taking, but, with Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know the clear behind the scenes, but with Michael B. Jordan himself being the director, which I think this is his directorial debut, by the way, and he did a great job for his first piece of work as a full director. It was great. Not a lot of people could say that. Of course, he had a team of producers able to help him, but you gotta get the help whenever you can. Make sure you put out the best product. So that's understandable. Yeah, this is gonna be uh, a spoiler-free review, cause I really just want you to watch this movie for yourself. I don't wanna give you anything. I can explain pretty much what everyone knows from the trailer. So Adonis recalls times of himself being younger with his unknown before but known now past best friend. And after they both get into some trouble, Damien ends up getting locked up for a long time, 18 years, pretty much a whole life. And well, his whole life at least, he comes into prison like a kid, then comes out of it like middle aged. I can't imagine being in a scenario like that. But he says he still has gas in the tank. So Adonis says train, do all that stuff, and Damien says thank you. And then he comes to the gym and just starts roughing things up for everybody. Eventually, later, it leads to events that have Adonis and Damien start butting heads, with Damien clearly holding some old resentment, talking about how he's gonna come for everything.
I'm coming for it all.
Everything. So, yeah, Adonis has a different journey going on with this one. But I just appreciate Creed 3 story wise, because it's keeping it different. Every Rocky movie, they do try to be different. It's never the same thing twice. At least the main message. Like, these aren't just boxing movies. I mean, there's boxing in it. They are boxers. These are the life events of boxers. But it's more than that. It's about, well, the people in the world, most of all. And even some side characters that get sidelined, like Damien, but then he comes out of nowhere after prison, after pretty much Damien's I meant Adonis long forgotten about him. And well, the past, it is a classic case of the past coming back to haunt Adonis. And it does in multiple ways in the movie too. And I know I said I wasn't going to spoil anything, and I'm still not, but I just want to gush over one scene in this movie. I'm not going to explain it too well, but pretty much while they're having their fight, there's this long part where, and they hinted at it in the trailer, so I think I can touch on that, where it's not really them fighting like how they were just a round ago. This isn't them just in a boxing match. This isn't them just fighting for come by the gym a title, championship of the world. Actually, the title which is the main event in the boxing fight. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it right there because I drone out about pretty much nothing for a full minute. So, what I meant to get at was pretty much how the world disappeared around them, and it was just them remembering each other when they were younger as the fight goes on, and just all the painful memories coming back to flood them, and all the resentment and pain. So, this fight turns into, oh, I'm mad at you. Let's duke it out in the ring to get the fight quickly turns into them letting all their aggression out, their way of letting go of all that resentment. And it's arguably the best scene. Again, Michael B. Jordan does a great job of it. Like, this can't be his first time. It's crazy. It leads to a pretty interesting storyline that, I mean, yeah, if you want to get into it, it has been done before, it has been seen before, but for Rocky movies, it is nice to see. I'm gonna stop calling them Rocky movies. These are Creed movies. But it's kind of hard when the you know new stuff pays proper homage to the source material. You know, when that respect is given, it's kind of nice to highlight that whenever you talk about it. But yeah, there's this one scene where it mirrors one of the old Rocky movies, and it was nice. If you want to know what that is, you're just gonna have to watch the movie, my guy. Yeah, it was a crazy ride. It was real nice. Nice to see. Yeah, the story, it starts good. It has a middle section that is great, and the ending section is even better, as a movie should be. Now, the way I rank these reviews is going to be different. Overall, I'm just going to rate movies based on a personal level. I could look at them at an objective way, like everyone else do, like Chris Stuckman and whatnot. But I like rating it from a personal perspective. And personally, looking at Creed 3 and just thinking about how I could see the flaws in it and how I could fault it. You can't run from anything. Anything that I could have noticed, even subconsciously. You know that shit where it's like you may not have noticed it, but your brain did. Getting over it. I really am thinking about what I could say that is negative about this movie. And I'd be drawing at straws. This movie's especially since it's the first timer for Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. It's phenomenal. I'm so happy to see the Creed franchise continue, and it doesn't really leave much in the way for a Creed 4, but it doesn't like end in a way where it halts the entire franchise. So I'm not really gonna expect a Creed 4, but if it does come out, I'm not gonna be surprised because I'm sure this movie will do well. Well, I mean, I hope it'll do well. It's a great movie. I mean, it's the so far within this year. Well, it's pretty tough though because I want to say this is my favorite movie of this entire year so far. But next next weekend from today, Shazam 2 comes out, and then the weekend after that, it's John Wick 4. So Don is I'm glad Creed 3 came out first. And it has it not only has a week, like Shazam 2 doesn't come out next week, it comes out the week after next week. So Creed 3 has some time to breathe. So I appreciate that. It deserves its time to breathe. It's a great movie. Would recommend it. I would recommend it again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. 10 out of 10. See you later. 10 out of 10 for me.